Hello, my name is Shapur. Today I wanted to talk about the Iranian regime and the crimes they're committing against humanity. I've lived in this country more than 30 years. In fact, I think of myself more American than Iranian, but nevertheless, I still care about my motherland and where I was born. And regardless of that, I'm a human. Are the politicians and organizations that they claim to be protecting human rights, are they doing their part? I know I'm doing mine. And lots of you friends and family that had joined us in the past 30 or 43 years that we've been exiled to this country. I'm sure everybody has an Iranian friend or Iranian neighbor, and at some point you've been invited to our parties. You've gone to Persian restaurants. Like, I've taken every friend and colleague that I know to a Persian restaurant at a time or two, and I know how much you guys love the Persian food, and you always speak nicely about it, and we appreciate the kindness, except the dude. I know nobody likes that. But really, I think it's the time that we start discussing it and talk about it, because if we don't, the politicians won't do anything. There are organizations like UNICEF and UN. I don't know, have they done anything about the Iranian regime killing the children, women, and innocent people? I've traveled back and forth to Iran a few times. I don't think I ever will. I'm not afraid. I don't care if the Iranian regime targets me. There's a lot of us. And what's right is right. I think it's the time that you guys understand the difference between the brutal extremist Islamic Republic of Iran regime and the separation that it is with majority of Iranians that have nothing to do with the actions they're taking. I want to make awareness. I'm doing my Sunday bike ride, and now, after 40 some years, probably wearing the original Iranian flag, not the Islamic Republic flag, on my bike to make awareness. Again, what we're asking you guys is to talk about it. So hopefully someday, organization, big tech companies, and governments do their part and be the voice of Iranian people. It is not right to be quiet about it. And there are a few people that they know what I'm talking about. When I've talked to you about them, you mentioned that you try to stay away from politics. I am one of those guys. For those of you that know me, I've always stayed away from religious and politics. But I think after all this time, enough is enough. There has been enough crime and brutality by Iranian regime that we need a regime change, and we need the pressure from companies by standing with Iranian people and being their voice. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for protests. There's million plus Iranians here in California and more than 7 million exiled Iranians. They're doing that. And thanks to the people that have noticed that they always join us and they're our voice. There are lots of celebrities that have always talked about situation in Iran, and we do appreciate being the voice of Iranian people. But my point is that the people and organizations that they haven't said anything, and they've decided to stand silent because it may not be in their financial benefit or for any reason. I don't understand. If you're a human, you should care. I care. Zendegi, ازادی. Woman, life, freedom. Down with the dictator. Peace.